these are delicious stuffed flatbreads, spinach dough with a lovely paneer, onion, chili filling. These Indian parathas are a must try.
Hey guys, welcome back to Wok Wednesday. I'm Jeremy from School of Wok, London's premier Asian cookery school, and I'm here for a really special Wok Wednesday. Well, it's kind of, well, we have got wok out.
Yes, yes.
I'm here with Chetna Makan. I'm sure you know already. Author, YouTuber, awesome Instagram page as well.
Thank
How many
you.
books have you written now?
Eighth one
The
coming out.
eighth one is coming out. What's that called?
It's called Easy Indian Vegetarian.
Easy Indian Vegetarian. Get your
Yeah.
hands on it, guys. It'll be out very soon.
Yes.
Oh, no,
yes.
it'll be out already.
No, it'll be out already by the time this comes out. Yeah, and we're cooking this recipe from there. So we are making palak paneer parathas because
Oh,
palak
yeah.
paneer is such a popular British takeaway dish, like saag aloo. This is saag paneer.
Yes.
And I thought I will make a flatbread version of it.
So finely chopped, yes?
No, just
Oh.
this is fine. This is great.
Just
Mashed
like
is
this?
great,
Just
yeah.
mashed is fine?
Yeah.
You don't want me to chop it?
No.
Okay. And where's that going?
That's going in the pan,
Okay.
in the wok,
Okay,
with the spinach.
with the spinach. And we're going
Yes.
to wilt that down with ghee or
No, with just some boiling water.
just boiling water?
Yeah.
Okay,
So we don't
fine.
need to chop the spinach because we're going to blitz it in a minute.
So, yeah, go for it. Yeah, so spinach and just water, spinach, and that's it. That's all you need in here.
Yeah, just so to help wilt this down. If
Okay.
we don't add any water, then it might burn.
Do you want all of this in there?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, and well, I don't even know. My in-laws are Indian, so they're good Gujarati Indian, and they cook lots of different things. But there are so many different types of flatbreads, Indian
Yeah,
snacks
yeah.
from all over. So which part of India, do you come from? What's your?
So I'm actually North Indian, Punjabi.
Okay.
And but for this particular book, I actually traveled to Gujarat. So your in-laws
did
might
you?
love the
well, there we
book.
go. Good. Okay, so
Not that the whole book is about it, but I
Yeah.
went to Gujarat because it's mainly vegetarian state.
right.
And it's not the cuisine I've grown up with. So I wanted to learn new flavors.
Right, yeah, because
and cover
Punjabi
new.
cuisine's got more meat, or
It's not got more meat, but basically I've covered it all in my previous books. So
Oh, fair enough. She's running out of content already, guys. We need some ideas. We need some suggestions.
So I hate repeating stuff, and there's so much in Indian cuisine that really,
Right.
why should I stop at Punjabi? So that's why I traveled to Gujarat to learn the food, and there were things that I had never eaten before in
I love that,
Gujarat.
yeah.
So yeah, that was the whole
Any
point.
favourites? Any standout favourites?
Well, to be honest, a lot of them, but there are a couple of flatbreads like bhakri
Yeah.
and thepla, which are my absolute favorite. in
I like
Gujarat. You must have-
the fenugreek
Yes,
and the tepla is
tepla,
lovely, isn't
yeah.
it? But one of my favourites are the Gujarati snacks. You know, the deep
Yeah.
fried. I mean, anything deep
Yes.
fried is good, but the patties or the kachoris.
Yeah, I've got some dhokla in it as well, which is lovely.
Oh, I'm buying the book. I
Yeah.
don't care about the rest of you. Is that enough? Is that wilted enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Oh, we don't need to strain it. We can
Oh, you
just
don't need to
blitz
strain it?
Yeah. It's easy cooking. No,
No
not.
one did.
Just
So
need to blitz it to a puree.
What's next? We've got our wilted spinach and garlic, and that's made like a spinach soup, basically.
Yes, but we don't need all of it yet
I could drink that,
because
yeah.
well, it's really healthy.
Yeah.
No oil. So I'm going to make the dough, and I always use chapatti flour.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you can't find chapatti flour, then you can use a bit, half of plain and half of whole grain, because whole grain is really, it doesn't roll very well if you use only whole grain, which is why chapatti flour is milled slightly differently.
Okay, and tell me, with the names of these flatbreads, why is this a paratha? And what's the difference between a paratha and a roti?
Oh, so roti is basically just dough rolled out,
Okay.
whereas paratha is always cooked in oil or ghee, or it's stuffed, which is then called stuffed parathas.
Okay.
So
okay.
the roti or chapati is just the dough rolled out.
So
That's
roti is just the dough rolled out, put on
it.
fire.
Yeah.
With
Whereas
no
this,
fat, no oil.
no. Whereas parathas are actually cooked in oil.
Cooked in oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as in cooked
fat,
oil or
yeah.
ghee, whatever
Okay,
you're
but
using.
it doesn't mean that a paratha is necessarily always stuffed.
No. There
Okay.
could just be plain ones.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always add a bit of salt for seasoning.
Yep.
And then this goes in.
Oh, I'm excited by it. Do you want a spoon or?
No, that's good.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So add a little,
Yeah.
mix it, because you might not need all.
Okay. Okay.
If you add all and then it's too much, then you'll have to add more flour.
And this gives it that lovely sort of green colour
And flavor.
Yeah.
So I do specify water in case, it's not enough and you have to add it. But I don't think we need it because this is looking...
I find myself cooking like this more and more often. Like, I think people overcomplicate or maybe are a little bit scared of making doughs.
Yes. No, but that is
and I used to be. I used to be quite scared of making anything bread related. I kind of like leave to someone else.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I'm doing now. But since making dim sum or learning how to make dim sum, I kind of got a bit more confidence.
Yeah.
And essentially, you're just looking for that tactile, sort of doughy texture, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
And the thing is that you don't need big mixers in it.
Yeah, okay.
You don't need to get the stands out or, just literally. And you don't need to knead it afterwards. So all you do is bring it together.
Oh, you don't need to knead it either?
No.
Okay.
You bring it together so it smoothens out a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 seconds. And then you cover and let it rest for 10 minutes.
That's it?
That is all.
So the dough's resting 10 minutes at least.
Yeah.
And that just allows it to relax.
Yes.
A bit. So talk me through the filling. What do you
So
need?
the filling is obviously the paneer, which
Yeah.
is the part of palak paneer. So we've got some ready paneer,
Okay.
which if you buy softer one, you
Yeah.
can just
You can just crumble it
yeah.
up.
If so, because you get really hard ones in some supermarkets as well,
Yeah.
really a bit set.
Yeah.
Then you just grate it, which is absolutely fine. So can you please chop that red onion?
Yeah, the whole one.
Half will be enough
Half, yeah.
actually for this quantity. So you could use red onion, shallots, whatever you have at home. You
Okay.
don't have to.
Just so long as there's some nice sort of onion flavour in there. And this is all to go inside
The
paratha, yeah.
So you can add onions or you can not add onions, but onions do add a lovely crunch.
Yeah.
And then we also add a bit of heat with the chili. Again, you can use red, bird's eye.
Yeah. It just depends on your
Your-
spice
yes.
tolerance, really, and what. Well, each chili has its own flavour as well, really,
Exactly.
doesn't it? Yeah. And so this onion's going to go mixed in with
yes.
that.
Yes, please.
You know what? I'm going to use that for ease. Here you go.
And then a
Okay.
bit of chili, and that's it. Oh, and a little bit of coriander.
A bit of coriander and a bit of chili. How do you want the chili sliced?
Oh, just fine is good.
Finely chopped as well. You know, I actually feel like I'm cooking with my mother-in-law right now. Not that you're old.
No,
but,
no.
more,
Thanks for clarifying.
mainly because what happens is she tells me to do all the
Oh,
chopping.
I see. Okay.
Phew.
Yeah.
She tells me to do all the chopping.
Yeah.
And then she does the
cooking, yeah.
cooking part, and then while she's cooking, then she tells me what to do. You know what's happening.
Ah.
Because my God, I could have sounded really rude there. In fact, I did sound really rude.
It's fine. I didn't take it rude.
No, she. So when my wife and mother-in-law are in the kitchen together, they don't tend to. Let's put it this way: listen to each other that well. So I kind of took it as my a thing many years ago to try and pick up as many sort of Indian cooking tips as possible.
Without being taught.
Yeah, well, no, she does teach me.
Oh.
She does teach me when I go, and so like even when we were learning I was learning how to make kachuris and things like
Oh.
that. Interestingly, as I said, we're learning today, dough is dough, right? You
Yeah.
kind of, once you've made it, you have different skills, and so dim sum teaches you a lot of how to like. Is that fine enough?
Yep.
Yeah. How to sort of bring together, little dumpling doughs or little, and how to make perfect round circles. So whereas in Indian cooking, which I love actually, it's very tactile with your hands.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like feeling the dough,
Yes,
doing this.
yes, absolutely. Mashing by hand, and they don't really use many graters and things like that. So it is. I don't do that at home either. So I like to, like even marination of
Yeah.
any vegetables or
Yeah,
chicken
yeah.
or something. I like to do it by hand because it just isn't the same with a spoon or
Right, yeah, you like to feel what you're
Yes,
cooking, which
yeah.
is absolutely what we're about on both our channels, to be
Yeah,
honest. I think it's
yeah.
like you kind of look at stuff and you go, okay, Like maybe after you've cooked it, you might write down the recipe.
Yeah, that's true.
This is all going in?
Yes, please.
Okay, so coriander in there.
Then all that's left to do is some salt.
Yeah.
Also some chaat This is ground cumin.
Okay, ground
which
cumin.
is lovely, which goes very well with paneer.
Yep.
And then we've got chaat masala,
Okay.
which goes in, and that's it really.
And what's chaat masala?
So chaat masala is like a mix of a spice blend.
Yeah.
And everyone puts different things.
Yeah.
A lot of the times in India, you just buy it ready-made because you get it ready. Like it's like
and that's to
garam
go
masala.
onto the top of a chaat.
Yes.
Like normally.
So it's got like amchur powder, which is like a sour powder. It's got black salt, which is again.
What's amchur?
It's dried mango powder.
Oh, that's something I don't use very often in my cooking. Yeah. Filling's done.
Yeah. And the dough has rested. You might want to turn the
hob on now.
on now because while I start rolling.
Yeah.
So this usually makes, you can make massive parathas, small parathas, but standard size you could make around 8 in here.
Okay. Right, and do you want the heat as low as possible? Or high?
No, not high because then it'll quickly burn.
Okay.
So usually you use a bit of flour to roll it initially.
Yeah.
Just a little.
And you're right, like no kneading, and it's got this lovely sort of bounce to it.
Yeah, but you really need to let it rest.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you take a bit of filling. And then that's really it.
Okay.
And then pinch and done.
You just pinch up, you make a dumpling, basically.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah,
I am making it. So this is your dumpling.
Yeah.
Roll it out and it becomes paratha.
There you go, look at that. And that is why Indians and Chinese get on. And inside, obviously, with the paneer, that's going to melt slightly.
No, paneer doesn't melt at all.
No. Okay, so it's just got this lovely salty sort of saltiness to it, but also adds a texture to it as well. Yeah. This is the sort of thing that I think is great to get kids enjoying simple things that they say they don't like onions, for example, or spice.
Spinach.
Or spinach.
They can't. Well, you can taste it, but the kids won't be able to taste it.
How much ghee do we use?
Not yet. So whilst we cook it for a minute on each side, try and get a bit of color.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we add the ghee.
All right,
what happens is, if you cook a little bit beforehand, before you add the ghee, it absorbs less fat. So the oil or ghee you're using.
Right. So you want to form that crust first.
Yes.
On both sides.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And then once it's had that sort of initial cook on both sides,
then we add the ghee.
And then it'll start to crisp up and brown a little. Do we do ghee now?
Yeah, you can do ghee now.
Okay, and how much do we put on?
As much as you like. That's it, yeah. That is
you shouldn't have said that to me.
I know. The more the better, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love ghee.
See, I like ghee, but I like it when it's... because you can get so many brands out there that they don't taste very kind of fresh.
Right, okay.
Now there have been brands coming up like small industry, like, people making it at home and selling in jars.
Yeah.
And you can really taste how beautiful it is.
Okay. And what would you say is the difference then? What makes it so tasty?
I don't know really. I think it's just the way where it's mass produced, where it just doesn't have the quality and the taste.
Right, okay. Oh, look at that. Wow. I can't wait to try this fresh off the pan.
This
is that
just
done?
a little bit on this side.
Okay,
the other
fine.
side I think
the
is
other
done.
The other side's okay?
Yes,
okay,
that's
fine. So we'll just let that side go.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
And there it is.
It is simple. It takes a while to cook because you have to, because it's on low heat and you want to make sure you cook the flour through. But I think it's it's really worth it. I mean, look at the glisten on that from the ghee. Do we just go for it?
Yes, I might take a one.
Take a cooler one. Should we take a cooler one?
They're all very hot, but
okay. All right. Oh yeah, let's go for it. We've both got kind of asbestos.
We have, yeah.
We've got a bit of chutney here.
You can have it with yogurt, you can have it with chutney, you can have it with pickle.
Oh yeah. I mean, the bread, the paratha by itself, you know what, can I dip it in this?
Yeah.
Let's see what that does. just by itself, this is delicious.
Yeah. You don't need anything. Just roll them, take in your lunch boxes, picnics.
I like the spinach dough as well. Keeps the actual dough very soft. It's got this sort of, it's got a bite, but it's still nice and soft. Yeah. Chetna Makan, you are amazing. This is incredible. Guys, if you like this, something different on the School Walk channel, of course, go to Food with Chetna, link in the description. Subscribe there, follow Chetna, and if you like these recipes, you want to learn more, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ding, on both our channels.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chetna.
Oh,
This is
thank you so
delicious.
much.